Hello everyone. In this video, I will be sharing a novel two-drug combination therapy approval for the treatment for HIV-1 infection. On April 20th, 2026, the US FDA approved a oral once-daily antiretroviral combination therapy, IDVYNSO, Doravirine and Islatravir, for the treatment for HIV-1 infection in adults to replace the current antiretroviral regimen in those who are virologically suppressed, HIV-1 RNA less than 50 copies per ml, on a stable antiretroviral regimen with no history of virologic treatment failure and no known substitutions associated with resistance to Doravirine. IDVYNSO is the first once-daily tenofovir-free non-integrase inhibitor complete two-drug regimen to demonstrate non-inferior efficacy in a head-to-head phase 3 trial versus Biktarvy, a three-drug regimen. Now, let's dive into this medication in more detail. Doravirine and Islatravir, brand name IDVYNSO. This combo medication therapy was approved by the US FDA on April 20th, 2026 and indicated as a complete regimen for the treatment for HIV-1 infection in adults to replace the current antiretroviral regimen in those who are virologically suppressed, HIV-1 RNA less than 50 copies per ml, on a stable antiretroviral regimen with no history of virologic treatment failure and no known substitutions associated with resistance to Doravirine. Chemically, Doravirine is an oral small molecule pyridinol agent, which is shown in red. Molecule weight 425.75 gram per mole. Hydrogen bond acceptor 8. Hydrogen bond acceptor refers to the number of nitrogen and oxygen within the drug molecule. Hydrogen bond donor 1. Hydrogen bond donor refers to the number of OH and NH groups within the drug molecule. Log P 1.31, which is a lipophilicity parameter. The higher log P, the more lipophilic a drug molecule. Polar surface area 98 square angstrom. In contrast, Islatravir is an oral deoxyadenosine nucleoside analog, which is shown in blue. Molecule weight 293.26 gram per mole. Hydrogen bond acceptor 8. Hydrogen bond donor 4. Log P 0.55. Polar surface area 119 square angstrom. IDVYNSO is available as tablets, and each tablet contains 100 mg of Doravirine and 0.25 mg of Islatravir. Recommended dosage: 1 tablet Doravirine 100 mg, Islatravir 0.25 mg, taken orally once daily with or without food. Dosage adjustments with rifabutin. Take 1 tablet of IDVYNSO once daily, followed by 1 tablet of Infectious Doravirine 100 mg approximately 12 hours after IDVYNSO dose. Specifically, rifabutin is an antibiotic primarily used to prevent Mycobacterium avium complex (MAC) disease in advanced HIV patients. Mechanistically, this fixed-dose two-drug combination of the antiretroviral therapy contains Doravirine, a non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitor (NNRTI), and Islatravir, a nucleoside analog reverse transcriptase inhibitor NRTI. Doravirine exhibited non-competitive inhibition of HIV-1 reverse transcriptase by blocking HIV-1 replication with a low nanomolar RC50 value against the RNA-dependent DNA polymerization of recombinant wild-type HIV-1 reverse transcriptase without inhibiting the human cellular DNA polymerase, alpha, beta, and mitochondrial DNA polymerase gamma. Islatravir is a deoxyadenosine nucleoside analog and works as a nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitor, NRTI. Islatravir is a nucleoside prodrug and needs to be phosphorylated by cellular kinase to produce the pharmacologically active islatravir triphosphate. Islatravir triphosphate inhibited HIV-1 reverse transcriptase with a RC50 value of 346 nanomolar, causing delayed chain termination and being largely inactive against the human cellular DNA polymerase beta and mitochondrial DNA polymerase gamma, and weakly active against the human DNA polymerase alpha in a micromolar range. Pharmacokinetically, Tmax, the median time to reach the maximal plasma concentration for Doravirine and Islatravir under fasted conditions, is 4 hours and 1 hour respectively. The absolute bioavailability of Doravirine is 64% and unknown for Islatravir. Protein binding of Doravirine and Islatravir is 76% and 3% respectively. Volume of distribution over F is 162 liters for Doravirine and 264 liters for Islatravir. Metabolism. Doravirine is primarily metabolized by the CYP3A4 enzyme, and Islatravir mainly undergoes oxidative deamination by adenosine deaminase, ADA. Half-life, 15 hours for Doravirine and 21 hours for Islatravir. Excretion, biliary and fecal excretion are minor for both Doravirine and Islatravir. In the urine, 6% as the parent drug molecule for Doravirine and 32% as the parent drug molecule for Islatravir. Drug-drug interactions, co-administration with other antiretroviral HIV medications, not recommended. Strong or moderate CYP3A inducers decrease Doravirine plasma concentration, which may reduce the efficacy of IDVYNSO. Conversely, CYP3A inhibitors increase Doravirine plasma concentration, which may increase the risk of adverse effects of IDVYNSO. Contraindications, strong CYP3A enzyme inducers, lamivudine 3-TC or emtricitabine FTC, because both antivirals are deoxycytidine kinase substrates, which would decrease plasma concentration of Islatravir triphosphate, the active form of Islatravir. The most common adverse reactions greater than or equal to 2% associated with IDVYNSO include diarrhea, dizziness, fatigue, abdominal distension, headache, weight increase. Here are the key sources which I have used to prepare for today's video. The US FDA New Drug Approval Update for 2026 is a very valuable resource. In addition, most of the medication information which I share today is based on IDVYNSO prescribing information. This document is available at the US FDA drug website, along with the drug manufacturer website. Finally, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, subscribe for future medication video updates. As always, keep learning and elevating. Thank you so much.